Hi guys, gals, and my non-gender conforming pals. My name is Carrington. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, then welcome. I would love if you would hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads, and let's go ahead and get into this video. Today's video, we're gonna try out, so I have very dry skin, but I've heard that this isn't super matte, so I'm gonna try the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. See how well that works. I've got this Kylie Cosmetics Creme Brulee lipstick that I had accidentally gotten for free in an Ulta order, and they just let me keep it. And then I'm going to try these two things from House Labs. So I have a blush and highlighter, and I have a bronzer and highlighter. And then I have this Hourglass concealer. And then dead last, that I'm really probably the most excited to try, is the Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. I haven't used these yet. I've heard some really mixed reviews about the palette, but I'm super excited to dive in. So if you guys are excited as well, then definitely keep on watching. Okay, so I've already primed my eyelids using my P. Louise eye base. I'm trying to decide, do I want to go purple, do I want to go green, or do I want to go neutral? Let's do a little bit of a neutral. I feel like everybody goes for the greens and the purples. So I'm going to go into this diatonic shade on a BH10 brush. I'm just going to work that into the crease. I've really been digging that shade, layering it up, and it just feels like it's not really showing up all that well. So let's try really coating that brush. Okay, so yeah, after I dug the brush in there, it seems to be showing up a lot better. I want to go in with, I think I'm actually going to try one of these purples, this little tungsten shade. And that one has a lot of fallout, and just make it a little bit lower in my crease. There's that. And then for the outer corner, I'm gonna go into this brown right here called Garmin. Okay, has anybody seen that Netflix show? What is it called? Bridgerton or something? I see so many people talking about that show, hyping that show up. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys watching it? What's your opinions on it? If you guys have seen it, did you like it? Is it worth as much hype as it's getting? I'm currently watching the act on Hulu. It's taking me forever to finish, just because I don't really have a ton of time to watch TV. And my schedule's flipping back and forth from days to nights. And so, I'm just not really having a whole lot of time to watch TV. But after, I kind of want to watch 90 Day Fiance. I haven't seen that, but I heard it's a train wreck. And okay, Tiger King was a train wreck, and I loved that. For the eyelid, I'm trying to figure out which duochrome. Let's try this bottom one, Color Flip. All right, first I'm gonna swatch it. So here it is on my finger. I see a purple and a green. I'm gonna see it up close. So looking at it in the light, I can see a purple green and a gold flip, but in the pan and on camera, it just looks like purple and green. That was actually quite beautiful, and on the lid I can definitely see that green gold purple shift. It's super nice. That's I think I like this palette more than I thought I was gonna actually like it. Okay, I thought I was gonna like it more than I liked it, but there are some flaws with it, which we will get into at the end. Okay, now that we've got our eyes going, I'm now going to go do priming of my skin, and then I'll be right back so we can try out this matte Born This Way. Okay, let's go ahead and give this foundation a try. This is in the shade oh my gosh. This is in the shade Seashell. Seashell. I'm gonna blend that out. Wait, hold up. Let me get a little bit of a close-up in my mirror. Holy macaroni, you guys. And I haven't even gone over this with my sponge yet. Okay, look. Okay. Obviously, I had to do a lot of prepping. Like, I used my, really hydrating skincare routine. And then for my primer, I really used my, vitamin-rich face base, which is really hydrating as well. But for this being matte, it is setting beautifully on my skin. It's a great color match for me. I think I might actually be impressed with this. Let's now move on to the concealer. This is the Hourglass Concealer. I have it in the shade, oh, they like stamped over it, so I'm like, Cream Vanish. Okay, this is light. This is probably like the lightest that they have. So let me, oh wow, that is light. Oh, I just stuck it up my nose. Doesn't really have much of a scent to it. I have heard some people like say they hate this foundation. I've also had some people say this is like the greatest foundation ever. Concealer. So we're just gonna find out here in a wee. Okay, so as I told you guys, I was like, I have like TikTok, but like I don't ever post on it and I don't really follow anybody. And I'm really into like the little animal, the animal ones. I am in love with like the videos where the person's like, and it's like animals like trying to jump and then like missing and falling all over the place, or I don't know, just something like that. It's hilarious to me. I will literally watch that for hours. I mean, really, like any animal videos I'll watch for hours, but like hilarious ones are so funny to me. My daughter, if she ever like watches like TikToks with me, she always wants to watch the ones with like babies in it. She loves babies. She's 7 years old and like thinks babies are like so fun. I'm like, little do you know, they're cute and they're fun, and they turn into toddlers and you're total savages. And then there's like somebody, I don't know what her name is, truthfully, but she does like these like TikToks where it's like what it's like having a toddler, part whatever. And it's like there's like Riley and Katrina and Sergey and Misha and Chad and like, I don't know, all of them. I love watching those because kind of relatable. Like sometimes I watch the things like Riley always asking, can we watch Frozen, please? I don't like my kids, like it's not Frozen that they're like super addicted to or anything, but they're like super addicted to like my son really wants to watch on Disney Plus the what is it called, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. They're really into, he's really into that, and then ninjas, that Ninjago, Lego Ninjago. I cannot even begin to tell you how many times we have watched that in our household. It has like 10 seasons, and we have seen all 10 seasons multiple times. They just keep playing it on repeat. Okay, so this concealer is actually also really nice. Again, I've heard some like mixed like reviews on it, but overall I think it's really nice. I'm now gonna go powder my face, and then I will be right back so we can try out the bronzer, blush, highlight, finish up the lower lash line, and then gosh, I guess move on to lips. I am back. I've done everything that we can do up to this point. So now let's go into the bronzer. This is the shade Savannah. This is supposed to be the one for like the lightest of skin tones. And I didn't put on any cream contour just so we can see, you know, what this looks. Whoa. So I just dipped my brush in. It's a lot of fallout. Oh yeah, okay. Nice and pigmented though. Next up for blush is the shade Bouquet. For highlight, I am going to go into this one just because the other one is a little bit more bronze and I don't want something as bronze. So this is the shade Ribbon. Yeah, it definitely shows up. That highlight is absolutely beautiful. Let's go back in that palette to do the lower lash line. And for my lower lash line, I really just want to take this like kind of like darkish green right here to kind of tie in some of the green that's in that shade, that Duochrome. And then I'm going to take my highlight for the inner corner. All right, I'm back. Full face is completed. Let's talk about the products that we tried today and kind of what I thought. So first of all, this palette. I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. When I first look at these Triochromes in the pan, it doesn't really seem like they're going to be Triochromes, maybe Duochromes at most. But now that they're on the eye, granted, I definitely see the green and the purple more than I see the gold. It's definitely in there, you just have to look closely. And the thing is, for a Triochrome, I don't want to have to look as closely, especially for the price that you pay for this palette. But it's not a huge deal breaker. Next, these shades were very, very light and took a lot of like digging the brush in and packing it on there. Again, I'm very fair, so I don't know how well this palette is going to work for people with deeper skin tones. If you have a deeper skin tone and you can get this palette to work for you and you have no issues, please comment that down below. Because I personally, I can't attest to that. But it just seemed like in my experience, like how much I had to build and pack on, that it just wouldn't be very deep skin toned friendly. So that's kind of a downfall. And then again, like I maybe would have liked, instead of doing like more Triochromes, like even just more shimmers, there's just like some colors I really feel like maybe didn't really need to be in here. Like this shade could have been something else, this shade could have been something else. And I don't like maybe even this shade. But I do like the mirror. I just think for the price, you know, it's not the most wowing palette that she has. This Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. I had heard, okay, all right. So I had seen reviews. So I wasn't interested in this because it's matte. My skin is very dry and I did not want anything matte. But I had seen people who said that they had very oily skin, that this just like didn't really work for them. And I had people who said that they had really dry skin where they're like, yeah, this worked for me. So then I was like, okay, can I get this to work for me? And as you saw in my close-ups after I applied this, I can. I will say I do have to make sure that my skin is nice and prepped. I will always have to make sure my skin is nice and prepped before going in with, you know, like makeup products, because I am so dry. Shade match was great. And the fact that it does not look cakey and heavy, a huge win. So I will definitely keep on using this. Okay, this Hourglass concealer. When I first, so I kind of applied this everywhere. I didn't set it except for underneath my eyes. And what I've noticed is where I have applied it, my skin is now very dry and cakey. So I'm going to come up close. But do you see just like how dry and cakey everywhere is that like got concealer? But like when you look up at like the top of my head where like no concealer got, like, so here's concealer, right? Nice and cakey. Up, not cakey at all. So this is something that I think for me, I'm going to have to use a very, very light amount and just for my under eyes, nowhere else. I will say it did a very nice job of kind of brightening up my under eye. But again, this is very drying. So more drying than I thought. So especially when I first applied, because I thought that it was going to be a little bit more hydrating. It looked a little bit more hydrating, but as it sat over time, it just got very dry and cakey. This Kylie lipstick. It's actually really nice. It has a weird scent / taste to it that I'm not huge, but it definitely creamy, glided right on. Super like a nice nude, went really well with this eye look, especially because I got this for free. So that was definitely, you know, nice. Would I say run out and purchase this at full price? You know, there's some really good drugstore. That's the thing about lip products. There's just some really good drugstore ones, and I'm just kind of like, do I really need high-end ones? But if you can get this on sale, I think I had seen this on Ulta, like on sale for like $6 or something like that. I mean, that's almost drugstore price, so I mean, that would be worth it. But as for like the full price, which is like 20 something dollars, you know, maybe not. These two palettes. Let's start with the heat spell. So, whoa, this is made for light skin tones. Well, fair, and I am fair. But it definitely took some building up and dipping, you know, into the palette a few different times. It had a lot of kick up, so if you're just like, I don't want a lot of kick up, you're not gonna like this. If you want something where you don't have to do a lot of building, you're not gonna like this. But if you're somebody, like, I don't mind building up. Sometimes I really find I prefer that. So I know I can get the amount of product that I want and the color that I want. Sometimes, you know, you just like dip it in and it's so pigmented. Now you're just like, oh, I overdid it. You're blending and blending and blending until your arms fall off. And then, you know, I know it can be irritating. You're just like, keep dunking and dunking and dunking and redoing it. But for me personally, I really don't mind that, because then I know I can't go overboard. The same for the blush. Again, you really, I mean, this is a light one. You really have to, you know, build it up. But it turned out to be a very, very beautiful blush. These products set very nicely on the skin. The highlight definitely came out nice and blinding. And really, it is melting like into my skin. Like, I don't feel like it emphasizes really any of my texture. It's very, very beautiful. All right, and that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please give this a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please do so before you leave by hitting the subscribe button. And let me know what you guys thought down below. Like, have you guys tried the Natasha Denona Triochrome? Is it really not something you're interested in after seeing reviews? Are you still interested in it? What about Haus Labs? How do you guys feel about the brand? I really haven't really tried a lot from them. I kind of want to pull out all the products that I have and do a video just using Haus Labs, kind of see what we think. If you guys have the Hourglass concealers, does it make you guys look really dry too, or is it just me? And if it's just me, how did you get it to work? Because I thought I moisturized really well. I got the matte one to work, but the concealer was just really dry. So I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.